Good morning, friends, and welcome to Tuesday. We are not halfway through the week. We are a couple days through the week, and the weather has been great so far. I hope you've been enjoying the warm weather and our week so far. I'm Kelsey Marier, your host and producer for Morning Pulse, every weekday morning right here on our KTTC digital desk on our live stream. We appreciate you tuning in to get these quick live local updates for news headlines that are affecting you. We have a very jam-packed Morning Pulse segment for you today. I have several stories to get to, some things that are happening today, some things that we want you to know about, also some sports news. Obviously, we got some exciting things in the sports world for Minnesota, so I'm just going to jump right in because we have a lot to talk about and I have to get to all of that for you. Okay, so our first story, one that you've probably heard about, one that we've been talking about for a while now. We're talking about the very latest in an incident that took place at a Rochester park. We now know that the Rochester Police Department has completed its investigation into this viral video. It involved reported racial slurs from a woman against a child at a park in Rochester. That investigation now completed from the Rochester Police Department and now handed over the findings to the city attorney's office. So that office is now going to be reviewing the investigation from RPD and determining if any charges are going to be filed in this case. Rochester Police did release a statement after they completed the investigation, saying in part, quote, "We recognize the behavior captured in the video has raised many concerns and we appreciate the community's patience during the investigation and moving forward," end quote. The city attorney's office says if necessary, it will consult with the Olmsted County attorney's office on this matter. The thing that we don't know at this time is an estimated timeline for a decision on these charges. If you want to read more about this story in its entirety and where all of this is stemming from, again, that viral video at a Rochester park last week, you can go and find those stories and that information on our website, kttc.com. Our second story this morning is something that's happening today. We're talking about fostering mental health awareness and support within the community. Cass and Manorville High School putting on a mental health wellness fair for students today. At that fair, there's going to be more than 25 different community organizations providing information and just access to critical resources regarding mental health and wellness. Again, this is for high school students in the Cass and Mantorville area. The goal really for this is for high schoolers to feel empowered, feel supported in those times of need, and for them to know that it is okay to ask for help, trying to break the stigma around mental health. So this fair for those students is happening from 11:30 to 1:30 this afternoon, taking place at the Cass and Manorville High School arena. So something to keep your eye on for if you maybe have kids in this school district. This is something that they're going to be taking part in today. Another thing we want to bring to your attention, something that's happening this week, AAA, the agency, is hosting a TSA PreCheck enrollment event. So if this is something that maybe you've been thinking about for a while or are in the time of needing to renew your PreCheck status, you're going to want to listen up to this. Travelers are going to be able to renew or enroll for the first time their membership at the Rochester AAA location. That is happening today through Friday. So any day of the rest of this week, you can kind of do this. So the TSA PreCheck application program is basically open to everyone. We just want to make sure we have those parameters. U.S. citizens, U.S. nationals, and lawful permanent residents are able to do this. According to AAA, I thought this was kind of interesting. 61% of Minnesotans are planning to take a summer trip this year, which just highlights the continued upward, trend in travel intentions, which is this, I guess, event is timely with that because we are just on the heels of summer. So if you're interested in either enrolling for the first time in TSA PreCheck or renewing your TSA PreCheck, you can stop by the AAA office that is off of Greenview Drive Southwest. That is anytime, again, today through Friday between 9 and noon or between 1 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening time frame. So something to think about if that is on your radar. Okay, let's see. Shoot, I'm on the wrong video. Let's do this one more time. Here we are. Okay, so one other thing that we want to talk about for today is something that is kind of exciting for people in Rochester. One of downtown Rochester's kind of classic evening events making a return after 5 years. We're talking about Ladies' Night Out. It celebrates really the spirit of downtown while kind of discovering everything that the local shops here have to offer. So women are going to be hitting the town for shopping, listening to music, of course dining out, and taking advantage of some of those special deals at a number of local businesses. So this is a fun event. It hasn't happened since the COVID-19 pandemic, since 2019. It's been on hold basically. There's also going to be some giveaways during this ladies' night, and we did learn too, it's not only for ladies. Anybody can come to this. Bring yourself, bring your friend, bring your partner, bring maybe some colleagues. Should be a really good time. It goes from 5 to 7 tonight. In the downtown area, of course. We also learned that there's actually an interactive map to kind of help you navigate all the shops and different restaurants that are specifically involved in this event this year. And you can find that information by going to our website, kttc.com. So yeah, exciting news to be bringing this event back. It was announced by the Rochester Downtown Alliance, so we're happy to see that coming back. All right, our next story, sports fans, here we go. We got some sports news for you. Of course, if you're following the NBA playoffs, we're talking about tonight's Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Golden State Warriors. That is happening tonight. The Wolves earned home court advantage after the Warriors beat the Houston Rockets in Game 7. That was during the first round. Timberwolves have had a couple days off to rest after beating the Lakers in the first round as well. So a little backstory, these two teams met in the regular season four different times. Golden State did win 3 of those 4 meetings. However, that does not mean anything. The playoffs are a whole different ball game. We got different players in, we got different strategies and all the things, different momentum. So it's definitely going to be exciting. So games 1 and 2 of round 2 between the Warriors and the Wolves happening at the Target Center in Minneapolis, starting tonight with a tip-off slated for 8:30. So a little bit of a later game, but that should be exciting to watch or maybe go to. We're trying to snag tickets, so I think that would be awesome to go to either tonight's game or Thursday's game. That will be game 2. We'll talk about that when that gets here. And then in some other sports news, another thing that you can pay attention to for today is the baseball fans. We're talking about watching the Minnesota Twins tonight. You can do that free of charge from the comfort of your own couch by watching it on our sister station, Fox 47, which is super exciting. I know we announced several games that the Twins are going to be airing on our Fox 47 sister station throughout this season. So the Twins, for tonight's game, is starting a 3-game series with the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch for this set at 6:40. Again, this will be up at Target Field. So oh my gosh, tonight would be a beautiful night to go to a Twins game, maybe if that's something that's on your radar. And again, you don't have to miss any of the action if you're not going to the game. If you just want to watch it on TV, you can watch it right at home, right on our sister station, Fox 47. So that is exciting, and we love to be able to bring you that coverage of the Twins games for free right on your TV, whether that's your streaming service or your cable service. That is all that I have for you today. I feel like I needed to take a deep breath after all of that news. I hope that that was helpful and informative to you, and that you are gaining some information out of these quick live local updates of news coverage things that are happening in your community. So I'm happy to be here to do that for you, and I hope that you continue to tune in every weekday morning at 8:30 for this Morning Pulse segment. If you are unable to watch live, whether you're doing that on our live stream right now on our KTTC YouTube channel or live on my Facebook page, we do have this segment recording, and it will be up on your streaming services, whether that's Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. The video itself, the recorded session of this, will be available for you to watch after the fact. And you can also find that video on our website, kttc.com, under the Streaming Studio tab. If you are unable to watch live, you can always go back and get a quick recap of the top stories for your day right there. All right, well, that is all I have for you on this Tuesday morning. I hope that you enjoy another beautiful day on tap here in Northeast Iowa and Southeast Minnesota in the weather department. All right, I'll see you guys later.